about 5 by 2, very weak. Can you give us a status report, please?
Yes, we're here on Adobe Live in the UK. It's lunchtime. And I'm your host, Tony Harmer. Hello. And welcome to this fab Interstellar themed stream that we're doing here today with my mate, Gavin Campbell. How are you doing, Gavin?
How are you doing, my friend? Good to be here. Good to be back.
It is good to have you back.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Obviously, I was able to keep that up for all of 30 seconds. Man, it was warm in there. But anyway, hi, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's fine. You can do that, but you won't be able to get involved in the chat. So come across to behance.net/Adobe Live, where you can join some of these fab people such as Angus and Sandrine and Oliver and Sean and Andreas and far more today. So come along, join us there and get involved in the chat. Okay, Gavin, I'm going to just hand over to you to tell everyone what we're doing today while I just change audio sources, if that's all right with you, good sir.
That's absolutely fine. So today,
fantastic.
Myself and Tony have agreed to run with the theme Interstellar. So it's galactic, it's universal, it's space, anything to do with the outer world. So, and just to say, Tony actually got that suit just for this live stream. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do a Photoshop composite. I'm going to use my space shuttle image, and I'm gonna mix and blend it with kind of interstellar background.
Fantastic.
And I'll say one of my inspirations for this was the movie Interstellar. I'm a big fan of the movie. I thought it was great.
Was it? When was that? Was that 2014? I think it was, wasn't it? Or 2015?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. I remember being in LA and seeing one of those massive posters on the side of a skyscraper that you have there and thereabouts, and seeing that there's a drawing of Matthew McConaughey in that spacesuit on there. Fantastic. They filmed a lot of that in Iceland, you know.
Oh, really? Classic film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. So while you're doing that, or noise, as Tim writes it down when I say it, there you go. While you're doing that, I'm going to be doing some drawing at the same time. I thought today I'd draw in fresco. I thought I'd throw Tim a curved ball, as I like to do, and I'll do some drawing in fresco. So if you can get started, I'll go and get started here, and then we can sort of meet in the middle in a short while. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Fantastic.
I'm going to go ahead and cut this space shuttle image out from the background, just using the pencil.
Yeah.
So I'm going to... Let's go back. Get going now. So... So I'm going to extract this. Start again.
Nice.
I'm still an old school guy, so I do love the pencil.
Great tool.
Great tool. It is the tool.
It is indeed.
Not tools. You can use this, you can use Illustrator. You can use pretty much any photo imaging or vector graphics. So yeah, you just go around this nicely, staying just inside the image. Once I've done that, bring in the background. So
cool.
Let's go ahead. Try and do it as quick as I can.
Nice. Or noise.
I will say, sometimes I can't see the line. I don't know, on updated Photoshop, it doesn't always show up the vector line. It doesn't always. I sometimes get doubles. Maybe it's my graphics card. Maybe that's what it is. I need.
Oh, who knows? Those things can be pesky.
Yeah, I might need to get an upgrade. You
know? I'm going for an M1 Ultra shortly, so I won't have to worry too much about.
M1, is that AMD? Is that what is that?
It's the ARM chip, I think. I think from Apple. I think ARM build them. I'm not sure, but
what sort of power are we looking at there? What sort of camera?
that's kind of all right. Let me put this into a quantifiable term. Huge. It's going to have huge power. It's going to have mad power.
More than 12 gig?
Yeah, I think you can crank it. I think you can crank it up to something crazy like 64.
Wow.
I think something kind of like that.
Wow.
Something in that sort of ballpark.
I guess you'd need it because you kind of bounce around across various softwares. You need it.
Oh man, yeah, I do. I like it.
After Effects will use up all the resources on that.
Yeah, I kind of like the way I have things working.
Okay.
So I am just making some furious lines across my work at the minute. So I'm just trying to work out roughly what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm drawing a space helmet and I've got one right here. There you go. Bizarrely, turned up for work wearing one. I think I'm really weird at the other at the other units.
No, I've never actually tried Fresco, you know.
Have you not?
I never tried that.
I like it a lot. I do. Yeah, so
what, is that iPad exclusive or have you got a desktop?
no, if Windows, you can use it on Windows 10 and 11, I think. But it's not available on any other desktop. So at the current time, or as I understand it, for the foreseeable future. I don't know entirely what the deal is with that, but hey ho. No, Fresco's cool. I like it. I've been having to use it quite a bit recently. So
is that on the old iPad Pro, is it?
yes. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure now what which models are supported, but
See, the new iPad Pro is looking pretty powerful as well.
It is. It's a good piece of kit. Good piece of kit. What I tried to do for mine, because originally this stream was going to go out a few weeks ago, wasn't it? It was about 4 weeks ago, something like that. And we decided not to stream on that week. And so I thought I'd do something that originally was based on one of my grandchildren. When SpaceX did that launch a year or so ago, I can't even remember how long ago it was, a couple of years ago, and it was televised live. I think I was watching that, and I've made a cardboard astronaut helmet for one of my grandsons. And we sat and watched it together. I made him a little control panel, put it on the side of the sofa, and said, right, let's get ready to go to space. He goes, we're really going to space? I was going, yes, we are. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And I put him, his name's Austin. I put his name on it and everything. Little thing. It looks so cute, but I'm not going to show that here. So, yeah. And then I thought, oh, do you know what? Instead, what I'm going to do is draw something based on maybe one of my daughters instead, in the same sort of setup, being spacey. Because one of them that's a bit spacey, in a good way.
Are you a sci-fi man yourself?
Yeah, I am. And
you more of a Star Wars or Star Trek, or you do a bit of
in all honesty, mate, I am a bit more Star Trek than I am Star Wars, but I like Star Wars. I don't think the two should be mutually exclusive. It's like, I never understood when people, do you remember in the 90s when people were like all a Blur or Oasis? And I thought, why do you have to be one or the other? Why do we always have to create divisions and sides in all the things that we do? What is wrong with that?
I would say that I was mixing beans with ice cream when I brought up Star Wars and Star Trek.
Well, yeah. Is that how you looked at it?
That's how they put it to me. You're mixing beans with ice cream, mate.
Man, okay, fine. I don't see it quite the same way. I really don't. But at the minute, I'm drawing as if I'm working with a mallet. I don't know why. I'm using a simple triangle composition for the face here. I don't know if you've ever, do you know that triangle construction? So if you have, if I just do one off to the side here, if you've got a face like this, oh my word. Also, I'm trying to balance the iPad on the end of my desk. If you've got a face like this, something like that,
yeah.
The closer the features are together, the younger something looks. So if you start out with a straightforward triangle like that and try and imagine keeping the eyes and nose in there and then the face, it looks younger. And as we get older, the triangle elongates downwards, and that's when we start to look more like a growed up. Apparently. But that's what I'm doing right now. Ooh. Switch back to the tool that we are working with. How's work generally? How's it all going on the?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Been bouncing around here and there, but I've been really trying to get my Discord server going as well. Trying to build my community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got a nice community of artists here. We've got some good guys from all over the world.
Right.
We have a marketing channel where we try and give advice to creatives on how they can best boost their profiles on social media, or how to understand hashtags, or when to post, how to post, and really just get more engagement, because a lot of artists are really creative, but they don't really, they're not experts on promotion, you see. So
yeah, that's almost always the case, right? That's one of the things I talk about fairly frequently, is we tend to forget we run a business.
Yeah.
It's as much as you may feel like you're an artiste.
That's right.
You're an artiste for the monies. You're not there for,
That's right. So yeah, we do our best to try and help where we can with that. Just give them up. And we started doing the Twitter Spaces as well.
Oh, okay. I've not explored that much yet. Do you think I should?
I think you should. I'll tell you what's good about it. It's just the viral aspect of Twitter Spaces.
Right.
Space with kind of like 3, 4, 5 followers, and then it will show up on multiple feeds, and the people are retweeting it. Before you know it, you've got 60, 70, 80 people, and it's rotating. And
right.
Also record it as well on Twitter, so you don't have to record it using Camtasia or whatever. They can record it for you, and then.
Okay, so it's like an instant podcast.
And quite often you have people show up who are not following you because it's sent out all over the place. So it's actually really good. I've done about 4 so far, 4 or 5. And the last one. Last week, Friday, 3,000 people logged onto the stream over a course of 2 hours. I was shocked.
Cool.
Yeah, it was shocked. I was shocked, mate.
Yeah.
I was shocked, mate. I think if you get 1 or 2 people that watch your stream who have got a decent following, it just skyrockets from there.
All the difference. Yeah. See, Tim, by the way, just sorry to rapidly change the subject. But that's what I'm like. That's the way it is with me. Tim, by the way, in the chat just put, I was going to make about gravity, but I eventually dropped it. Tim, you're so funny. These don't look like very little hands. So let's do some resolution just there. Is that your socially dinging world going off there?
My error key. It just, yes.
Do you know, at the moment I'm drawing at like a rocket ship made from a bottle. And I used to do lots of these things. I remember making a dinosaur out of a fabric softener bottle, a sponge, and some cardboard with Natasha, our second eldest daughter. And there were like her friends from the street outside were like peering through our window. Watching this going, I wish your dad was my dad.
You got the cool dad.
Bless. Yeah. But I loved it with the rocket ships. Of course. Tracy Island. All of that stuff. I'm still not 100% happy with that, and I'm going to have to do something with that in a bit. I think I might fix it shortly. That elbow. It's too long. That's too long, and also the shoulder joint is broken. So let's just get rid of that whole section just there.
You're really good at live drawing, like just live drawing, just.
I certainly used to be. The thing is that it's like anything else, Gavin. If you stop doing it, you kind of, your ability in that area tends to wane. It tends to go. And I became guilty just then of drawing what I thought should have been in an area there and focused on the wrong thing. I was focusing on the hair there rather than. So that's starting to get a bit better. Yeah, but no, I used to. Definitely. That's still not right. What I like about doing this in this app, though, mate, is that if I want to change something, like move the arm around or whatever, in fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move the bottle and the arm around a bit, just for giggles, is I can just go ahead and select it.
Yeah.
Now, I've made it more, in fact, I'm going to turn my grey background off just for the minute, because that way it'll make it easier to see where I'm making the selection. That's my only real criticism of Fresco, is that it doesn't change. It just assumes you're going to draw with a white background. And if you're not, it's not very accommodating. Is that I can just go ahead and transform. So if it's the wrong size, or if I want to rotate it around a bit, I mean, when it gets the ability to do warping and stuff like that, if it's ever going to happen, then it'll be perfect. I'm also going to move the whole layer in a moment. But it's really, really good. Oops. Back to the brush. That's looking a bit better. Yeah, I was actually thinking yesterday, do you know what? I should go back to doing a bit of figure drawing. I should join a class. It doesn't hurt to do that, to just keep refreshing yourself. No matter how long you've been doing it.
I remember being 15 at school and we had to do live drawing. And they bring in like a middle-aged old lady who had to sit and draw her for now. The news, yeah.
I used to it's good fun. At college, I used to draw people at lunchtime. I used to do lunchtime portraits of people. Yeah, they used to come up to the student union, and because I was on the student union, and they used to come up to the student union. I had an easel set up there in the office, and yeah.
I've always admired the guys that can do the quick portraits, and when you go to like Leicester Square and they'll just quickly do a caricature. I would admire.
Yeah, it's a skill. I'll tell you who's super good at that stuff is Julia Seeger from Germany, the one of the German hosts. Okay. She's amazing with those things. For what I'm after here, which is kind of like a children's book type thing, I think that's getting there. I think I can fix as a paint largely. I don't think that's too bad. Just trying to work out a few little bits here. There'll be an inset in that, so let's get that in there. Wouldn't see it from the other side because of the hair, which needs to come down there. I think that's working. The best thing for me to do really would be to flip the view around. In fact, I'm just going to mute myself while I blow my nose. I've had a cold, Gavin, for 6 weeks, but today it is definitely finally on the retreat.
Wow.
6
weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Yeah. Right. I'm going to just mute this for a second, and I shall disappear from the camera. So it'll just be you in space.
Oh. I'm going to smooth out the surface of this space shot. I'm just going to go around and let's go back and get the selection tool.
Nice. I'm liking the effects there. Liking the tonality of it. It's very good. And by the way, if you're just joining us here on Adobe Live in the UK, don't worry, we are on Earth. At least 99% of me is on Earth. I don't know about the other 1%. It's definitely out there. And I'm here with my friend Gavin Campbell, and we're both doing an Interstellar themed thing. Gavin's doing a photo composite. I'm doing a bit of drawing. Tim's throwing in the cool sound effects. So I like it. What I ought to do, is flip this layer as well. So I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing while you're doing what you're doing. Yeah.
This to do is the edges of this. Duplicate the layer. Let's do that layer. Duplicate.
Nice. Oh, I like it. How's your NFT journey going?
It's very interesting. I haven't brought out a new collection yet. I've just been building the community, but I'm releasing one in the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
Very interesting. Different space, different mindset to the freelance world.
Okay.
NFT space is all about communities. Very friendly world, very friendly people.
Yeah.
About connecting and building and having conversation and jumping in Twitter spaces. That's probably the best way to get out there right now, is to jump in spaces and just share your journey and stuff like that. Because in the freelance world, it's kind of you're on your own. It's just you reaching out to clients and kind of doing your own thing. But in this space, it's you want to make friends with as many artists as you can, build and connect and share their art on your Twitter feed.
All right.
Yeah, it's good. I've made a lot more friends in the last year in the NFT space than I have in the entire time as a freelancer.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Very good. So Yeah, I'm going to release a new collection very soon.
Yeah.
See where it goes from there. Got some good guys who are going to help me with the marketing side of it. So I'm not a marketing expert, Tony. I'm not that guy. So I've got some guys that are really willing to help.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. So let's see.
Let me just have a look how we're going on for time. Oh my word, half an hour gone nearly already. I need to start painting. I think. Mind you, there's no point in doing any painting until the drawing is ready for me to paint it, I think. Well, I don't think, I know. Let's see what's going. Gavin Space. It's going on in the chat just here. Let's have a quick look. Bliss can't see the stream. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Mm-mm. Do you know, I've still got some of my figure drawing from college.
Stick it out, mate. Stick it out.
Sorry?
How much would you got? I mean, like, put it on Instagram.
Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, right. I could do. I used to draw a young woman called Mandy Granger, like lots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. I was fascinated.
Well, are you fascinated with her, were you? Yeah?
I was fascinated with her. Yeah, she was such a good subject.
Stunning subject.
She was just, there was just something about it. It was just great to draw. I used to draw lots of people. I still have, I gave most people, I gave them their work, but I mean, I do still have some drawings of Mandy. I wonder where she is these days. Hopefully she's well. She was a psychology student.
Well, it's actually harder to find female when you want to, like from school or because their names change, but whereas us, our names don't change. So.
Yeah, I know. We've got the Romans to thank for that, I believe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't, we were matriarchal here before the Romans came. This is what I've been told anyway. If anybody knows any different, I'm open to you correcting me.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the Romans insisted on people taking the male line. Hey ho. I'm just going to make a crude mark in there. Don't know even bother doing the selection. I just want a shape. So I'm just putting a... Oh man, that's almost planet-like as it is. Look at that. I instantly drew Jupiter. Even though I don't want Jupiter. That was a complete waste of time. I'm not going to draw that like that. I'm going to fill it with a grey. There we go. Just filling the whole gap there. There we go. That's good. Just so I know where I've got it. And then I can move things around.
So let me know, what's the difference between, say, Fresco and Illustrator on the iPad? Or, Photoshop on the iPad? Because I'm assuming that's not better, is
it? No, it's not. So this, you can draw in Photoshop on the iPad if you want to. It's got tools that support that, right? But this is much more of a focused drawing app. This is much more, about drawing and about making art in that way, in a drawing-y like kind of way.
Anything like Procreate, because I hear people talking about that.
Right. So a lot of people use Procreate, and the Fresco is a contender for the place that occupies in the market, right? It's that's kind of where it is, but of course, unlike why am I rotating a circle? It would take me ages to notice the difference. Procreate isn't connected to Creative Cloud, whereas this is. So if at any point, well, in fact, even now, so I've called this, you can see Interstellar with the Gavin. I've named it in your honor. If I just do save now, that goes up to Creative Cloud because this is a cloud document I'm working on here. And if I were to jump across to Photoshop right now, I would see that in my cloud documents on the welcome screen, and then I could open it and carry on working on it just there, which is crazy good fun that I could do that. So I can, you know, I can work on the same cloud document in Illustrator on the iPad. I can work on the same cloud document in Photoshop on the iPad, you know, so it's got all of those things. Plus some of the drawing tools, there are some things maybe that, you know, that you're wanting from one of the other applications, but the Art Rage is another one, right? Not to focus on Procreate. Some people use Art Rage or Clip Studio. They're all good in their own right, but this aims to do everything that they do and more. And they're doing a cracking good job of it, really, I think. So, but hey ho, don't call me Shirley. Did you know men can take the woman's name when you get married? You can actually take any name you want when you get married, Jackie, if you want to. It's that's one of the wacky things about English law specifically. I'm not sure if it still applies in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, but English law, you can just do like, I'm going to be called this from here on in. It's just historically, that's how we arrived at that particular place, right? With names. That's what I'm told. And Sandrine saying, I only know in France where the man's name, in the case of the woman, was only ever a usage name. Okay. Cool. Right. There we are. A whole load of different things. The only thing I think is missing in here, and I'm told it's coming along at some point in the not too distant future, is a pen tool. Kind of wish there was a pen tool. I wish there was a pen tool right now, right at this particular moment. That's what I'm wishing for. And then they say, careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Well, I'm hoping I will. Right. So I think I'm going to switch out tools. Ooh, my favorite of that. Also, I switched accounts today on here, so I'm working with something that does actually connect to the machine I'm working on. And so I'm looking for my brushes, and they're not in the usual place that I expect them to be. I've just seen what the problem is. All right, let's undo that and undo that and redo that. I was working on the wrong layer, Gav.
Let's see.
So I'm going to turn up the smoothing just for the minute because I'm going to be drawing a curve.
Adobe started doing live events. I mean, actual physical events again, like we did before.
Not at the moment. Not as I know. I'm pretty sure not at the minute. Well, there aren't. I think they've got a presence at off. Do you go to that one? Have I asked you that before?
No. I haven't been. Oh, I have. I've been to what? I did one event in London.
Right. Oh, you did the one down at Village Underground because that's where we first met.
Yeah.
For reals, you know.
I've done one off event. I've done other events.
Oh, you did off London.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, that was a few years ago they tried that, didn't they? Yeah.
No, I was just thinking about Nicer Tuesdays and all those events. I remember.
Oh, Adobe used to sponsor those too. Yeah. I don't think I do anymore though.
Where were you at those events? Were you not with me?
Yeah, I was a permanent fixture at Nicer Tuesdays. I used to run what the marketing people called the activation, which was, the sort of showcase of the Adobe feature of the week.
Yeah.
Thing. So I used to and we used to make stuff. Used to make T-shirts and bags and phone cases and all that using Adobe Capture and other tools. That's the stuff we used to do. I'm going and finessing that, and I don't need to. It's going to be underneath the visor. Moving on. Yeah, so I was. That was good. That's run by It's Nice That. The guy who used to live with my mate Dan Mumford. I can't remember what his name is now. I'm going to turn the layer above, I'm going to change this to multiply so I can see more of what I'm doing here. There, that's better. Good. Okay.
Did you say they can't comment if they're watching from YouTube? Is that what it is?
Yeah, if they're watching on YouTube, if people are watching on YouTube, the chat there doesn't feed through to the chat that we're currently seeing here. So we just, if you are watching on YouTube, by the way, come on over to behance.net/Adobe Live and join myself and Gavin up to Interstellar business. Here, Gavin's photo compositing, and I am doing some drawing because I want to. Goody goody. Right. That is the sort of shape I am after.
Have you heard from Eric recently?
Eric? Makashi?
No.
Reno.
Eric, who lives in Peterborough. Do you know him?
He doesn't live in Peterborough anymore.
Oh, he doesn't?
No. He lives in Grantham.
Ah.
And yes, is the short answer for that.
Okay.
He's actually asked me to draw some characters for one of his rallies for their upcoming wedding. So he's asked me to do that. I went overboard there. Don't know why. But I did. Oh, Steve's in the chat. Steve Kosoboom. Kia ora, Steve. Right. Okay. The thing on the behind. Yeah. So today's stream kind of, I don't know. We don't know what happened. Something weird happened just there with it. Something weird this way came. Okay, cool. But yeah, Eric's doing okay, mate. To fully answer your question, he's photographing lots and lots of motorcycles at the moment. He is. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to add that to my faves on here as well. Ooh. How big that brush is. That's better. It needs more of that. I got lots of bits of random color. Well, they're not random, but lots of bits of other colors when I'm doing these things. In fact, I should persist more with making that the way I want it, which should be towards blue. There.
Some motion blur.
Say again.
Time for some motion blur.
Motion blur. I don't know if the woman, one of the female astronaut who was on the Challenger space shuttle, which of course was the subject of a disastrous accident, has just been honoured and is in the Hall of Fame at NASA, and which is kind of cool. This isn't the usual blender I use. I thought I'd try it, but I don't like it. So that's better.
Have you seen that movie with those three women that were responsible for? Remind something to do with NASA. What's that film called?
I don't know. Just bear with me a second. I forgot to mask this layer before I started doing something on it. Three women.
Hidden Figures.
No.
Anyone seen it?
No.
Yeah, very interesting. You know, let's see.
No, I have not seen that.
Were required to process aeronautic data in the space era.
What's that?
They were responsible for processing aeronautic data in the space era. They were pretty instrumental behind, you know, the
Oh, is this another thing where women have been underrepresented in the past?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Your children are all boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine are all girls.
All girls, eh?
Yeah. I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in a lot of ways, it did a lot to change some of my perspectives on it. So I'm very, very grateful for it.
So it makes you more sensitive as a man.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it does, yeah. I'm kind of, you know, I think it improved many, many things in the way I look at the world. And
so what else can we add in?
oh, we're halfway through. We're at that halfway mark.
Oh.
Let's have a quick scan of what's going on in the chat. One of the astronauts wanted all the computer results to be double checked by one of them. She was that good. Wow. It's about the African American. Oh, just jump down. I'm going to make sure I watch it. Hidden Figures is about the African American women who did the math. Cool. Or maths. Given that I'm in like home country.
Yeah, maths.
Defo maths. Yeah, absolutely. This is a great way for me to get all my stuff updated on my other account for this is working really well. Without me having to do any of the sit and have to do it otherwise.
Oh, I'm actually freestyling this today. You know? I'm just freestyling it.
Oh yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to make a note to watch Hidden Figures.
I need to watch it myself, actually. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. You've not watched it yet, no?
That's what I was asking. I need to know what you thought.
Got some work to do there on that mask, but these are all things I do tend to, when I'm working like this, I tend to go ahead and just go with it. And then I when I open it up in Photoshop, I just go fixing the stuff. Math 5, not going to start. Maths not going to start. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was a 5 then. This I'm focusing in the wrong place. Basically, that's why they could go to the moon with a computer weaker than an Apple Watch. Not only weaker than an Apple Watch, man, VTech spelling computers got more power than what they managed to work out how to get to the moon with. The freaking moon. You know?
That is
amazing.
Do you know what? The other day, actually, me and my friends were reminiscing. We were in the chat and we was talking about the joys of loading up computer games on a cassette tape. I was the biggest fan. I had an Amstrad CPC 464.
Wow.
Didn't have a Spectrum, didn't have a Commodore, I had that Amstrad. I was just thinking about the fact that some of the games had I think it was like 64 kilobytes for a game. 64 kilobytes.
64K.
Wow.
One of my friends, Steve, who lived in America for like 30 years. He went out there after finishing up college. And he came back here year before last, and he's now living with somebody that we both went to college with. And I used to go around his house and play a game called Ants on I think it was on the Spectrum, and I had Spectrum 64 given to me bizarrely, and I acquired another one at a later point, new, and I gave it to one of my daughters, to Natasha. Actually, who we were talking about earlier with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
And it's brand new. It's in the box, virtually untouched.
Brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, the Spectrum, sorry.
The Spectrum, yeah. So at some point, that will probably fetch a few quid. Man, that didn't realise that eraser was that big.
A bit more than a few quid, mate. I think you did quite a lot for that.
Well, I told her to just leave it there for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I saw the Star Wars figures going for big money on eBay. If you had it in the box and you hadn't touched it, big money.
Yes, mintage.
Yeah.
If you're in that sort of whole mintage area.
I wish I'd have kept one of my figures in a box. Just one of them. Han Solo. Because I had all the figures. I had the spaceship. I had all the figures. Chewbacca, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. I had the X-Wing. I've still got them now. My little son plays with them.
Have you?
Yeah, I've still got them.
Oh, man. How old is the little one now?
He's 8 now. He's 8, yeah. You first met him at the NEC at the photography.
I did, yeah.
Pram.
Yeah. Are you going this year, by the way? Photography show? Will you be making an appearance or?
I hadn't even thought about it, to be honest with you. You just reminded me. You just made me think about it.
I'm on.
Well, as I'm just down the road from the NEC, I might just pop down. You see, it's just hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on for definite.
But when is it? When is it, by the way?
It's September I think it's 17th, no, 16th, 17, 18, 19, I think, something like that.
That's all right. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
That sort of region.
That's fine. Absolutely. Are you going to be doing stuff there with Adobe or?
So Adobe haven't actually done anything at the photography show for a few years now.
Right.
They used to sponsor the Adobe Theatre, and then in it would be in 2018, they pulled out of the show for whatever reason, and there wasn't a sponsor for the theatre, so I sponsored it.
Right.
As the Design Ninja. So it was the Adobe sessions brought to you by the Design Ninja. It wasn't actually in the theatre. They didn't have the whole theatre thing going on, but that's how it worked. I did them a deal on it, and they just one of the organisers, I said, I'll do it. I'll do the sessions if it's provided they provided they're branded with my Design Ninja staff, and they did. And we've enjoyed a fruitful relationship ever since with that. So no, they booked me on Monday.
Do you still speak to Gavin Hoy?
Gavin Hoy, it's sometimes. We haven't seen each other in person for obvious reasons. But you know, it's always nice to see Gavin. I've got a lovely picture of you two together, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You two chatting. So funny. Yeah, it was at the NEC. Me and your wife are having a right chuckle.
Interesting.
In a good way, you know, about the pair of you. Your posture mirroring, both of you are posture mirroring. So you've got it, just the way you're stood is, and you're both like this, thinking as you're talking. You've both got your jawbone held, and you know, it's it was nice. But yeah, me and your good wife, we were having a good giggle about it. About the two of you just looked grand while you were working. I'm not happy with how that's going on there. I'm going to just modify that something crazy. I think I'm starting to get a bit crazy with I do like putting extra colours in mind, but that just was not working to my mind. There we go. That's what I'm after. More brown. Too big. More flecks of it. There we go. Let's see what's going on. Yes. Best leap forward was when I had access to an Amiga 2000 at school.
I had the Amiga as well. I loved it. That was the Amstrad. Yeah, the Amiga.
That's lovely, Sandrine in the chat.
Sandrine, you're a legend. Yeah.
I want to use a word to describe where this has gone wrong just here, but I'm not going to because I'll get in trouble. Yeah, that's a bit better. I'm spending so much time working on this thing. Oh my word, we've got half an hour. Right, I need to do less fuss on that. Just a bit more white. Need that highlight there. Plenty of dingage going on again. He's now got visible lines in there. You can kind of see what's going on. Okay, that's fine. That is the fine. And Gavin's composite is coming up really nicely despite him working very silently. Very silently.
Very silently.
Tony Harmer, Lord Helmet. Is that Spaceballs that you're going with there, Tim? Pretty sure it is. I think it's Spaceballs. Color margin. Nice.
Let's get to it now. What do we need to do? What do we need to do? So.
Mm-hmm. I had 3 out of my 4 daughters at my house yesterday because it was my birthday.
So you're 45 plus tax?
45 plus tax, yes. I am. Unfortunately, the taxation rate is somewhat higher than I'd like.
87%, is that what it is, Tony?
It's like, yeah.
87% tax.
It's great. Do you know, I'm not worried at all about people knowing how old I am. I do not care. It's not like I can do anything about it.
Right.
You know? And as far as I'm concerned, I'm still in the game. I'm still doing stuff at a level with which I'm happy, you know? And I just think there's a tendency, some people just tend to kind of get so far and quit, and I just don't know what that's about.
So you're as young as you feel, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's try and be a bit more simplistic on this thing here. We're also going to need some more red in there. But yeah, no, but it bothers me not, man. It's kind of, you know, I mean, I'd love to be, I'm sure I'd love to be my old younger self, but I'm not. And that's the truth of it. You know how old I am anyway, don't you? You do.
I have no idea.
Do you not? Do you want me to tell you?
Go on then.
I want to see if you're surprised now. Yesterday, ready? Drum roll. Yes, yesterday I was 59. Check that out. Check out those numbers. I've just realised I'm on painting with it. I thought this is looking like a watercolour. Let's back that off. I thought that was settling funny. Let's convert that to pixel layer, dry the layer, and no, I'll just have to go with it now. That, so I thought that was odd. I mean, it's done no harm at the minute. But yeah, 59. Are you surprised?
I was gonna say 61, you know.
Were you? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I will be there in a couple of years. So, if you're being predictive, then we're on.
It's not too far off.
No, it's not too far off. I do not care at all. I'm not bothered. I've had a journey and I've got here.
Sorry, you're not a great granddad, are you?
No. Oh God, no. No. No, there would be trouble if that was the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how old is your oldest grandchild?
14.
Oh.
14 this year. Yeah, 14 this year. And yeah. Do you know what? I might carry on with that bit there. He is 14. Love him. Mr. Kai. And then there's Mr. Theo.
Nottingham, is it?
Hmm?
In Nottingham, is that where?
Nottingham, yeah. Mr. Kai and Mr. Theo. I went to smudge that with my finger then. Wow, that's telling me something about how close that is to the reels. Yeah, he's in Nottingham. They're in Nottingham, those two. And then there's Austin, who is 6. He's here. And then Ethan, who's 4. He's here. Then Nelly, who is 2, just a couple of weeks. She's here as well. In fact, all of the rest of them are here. And then Molly, who is 5 months, 4 months, 3 months. Hello. 3 months old.
Do you do a lot of babysitting, do you?
We don't do too much, to be honest. We don't do too much at all. So, it's kind of all right. I'm going to reposition that triangle because that's not right. That's what's bothering me. Let's go with that. Right, okay, I'm going to need some. So no, but we do some, kind of responsible grandparenting.
Yep.
As you do.
Do you know what I find? I find that my parents are way more lenient. In fact, not even lenient. They never tell off my son. It's just love. There's no discipline. It's just
no. We're the same.
We're
very much the same.
When we grew up, it was a different story.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you learn a lot. You do learn a lot about parenting when you've done it to a certain level.
Yeah.
And you kind of, your perspective changes. And also when a grandchild comes along, it's, it's a whole different thing. You suddenly, and you have a perspective that you previously did not have, Plus you can get your revenge for revenge. But you can get a decent set of own back in there with so I remember when you were 14 and you gave me a really hard time about insert name of transgression here, and I'm just getting rid of some facial features because I'm going too early on those. I shouldn't have drawn those in. Yeah, I remember when you were 13 or 14 and you did X, Y, Z, thing, and just were fairly unreasonable about it. And you can get right in there with the so would you like some sweets? You're an hour away from them going back to mummy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's out come the sweets.
Calmness.
Out comes the high sugar, you know,
100%.
energy attack thing, and yeah, and away you go. And you know, I've got a whole batch of stories, mate, about that kind of thing. I know where the problem is now. Yeah, whole bunch of stories about that stuff.
Now, anything little man asks for, anything he asks for, he'll get it eventually from my mom.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it. He just knows.
Granddad said it was fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all granddad, to be fair.
Yeah. Granddad lets me. Yeah. Man, I need to overblend this quite a lot. Yeah, it is lovely though, man. It's just like the best thing. Having them around. Letting them run riot. Letting them charge around the ground. Did I not tell you before about the thing where I used to like hang up on one of my daughters a lot from the phone? When she used to ring me talking about just talking about the kids acting up. And whenever she used to ring me, I used to go like, "I'm really sorry, lovey. I'd love to have this conversation with you right now, but I'm afraid I'm just off out for dinner or in meeting or whatever from here," and just say, "Sorry, love, got to go, bye," like that, and then it carried on for ages, going like that. And then one day she rang me up and said, "Dad, do not hang up the phone. Why do you keep doing this to me?" And I said, "All right, fair enough. You've got me. Yeah, okay, fine. All right, I'd say, first of all, you decided to become a parent.
Yep.
And you have to find your own way about being a parent.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how to raise your own children. You raise your own children the way you think is the right way, because that's the way we do it. Said, secondly, I think you're going to be an awesome mum. You're a great person. All of these things, you're going to be great. Just do it your way.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay, all right, fine. I said, thirdly, do you remember when we had a big family get together on Western Beach? When you were about 13 and you had a total meltdown and stood up and yelled at me for asking you to do something and said I didn't understand what it was like to be a 13-year-old girl. Now, fair enough, I don't know what it's like to be a 13-year-old girl, but I kind of did do 13 on my way up the ladder.
Right.
And I said, but you, despite me asking you to, just calm it down a little bit, and, if you want to have a chat, we'll have a chat. You just decided to go full on and, have a meltdown and have a scene about it. And if you're watching this, you know which one of you it is. Yeah. And she goes, oh yeah, I do remember that, Dad. And I said, yeah, so do I. Anyway, I've got dinner to go to and I'm off out, and I put the phone down. Oh, dear. That's so good. Yeah. Right, I need to go to my sketch layer, and this is the other thing that's kind of beautiful about Fresco, because looking at this now and looking at my facial triangle, I am not happy with where that is and the size of it and actually the rotation of it. So this is where I can fix that stuff. Oh man, 15 minutes. Ooh, what happened there?
Time has gone so quick today. Wow.
Oh, it has. It has. Right, I'm going to go down onto this layer. I need to work very, very quickly. So got to get a face in there. Can't do that. Oh, by the way, I ought to mention to the chat, those of you watching last week's After Effects stream, Tim and I's Film Club, I'm still adding in the bits to complete the title sequence, but it will be on Discord this week. I've just had lots and lots to do, as you probably hopefully appreciate. So, but I'll get it there. It will all be there. And we'll pop it on the Discord and what's not. There we go. Let's just smudge those in. Something like that. Do you know, I think that needs a bit of darker stuff at the top, just there. So let's go with that and smudge the Jesus out of it. There we go. That's much clearer. There we are. Can I hear music all of a sudden? Is that Tim?
Might be.
I think it is. Oh, he's doing spacey music. Spacey music. This is, if my girl's watching this, this is the one where they suddenly go, "Oh no, I know who it is now. I knew it would be you." Always draws you. This is like a massive clue for her hair, by the way, is not orange, although the basis of it is orange. My little astro girl, Chloe, who works here, and the chat will be familiar with Chloe from songs such as The Wall on the Floor, Give You an Inch, and You Take 1.61 kilometers. So all of that good stuff. Oh man, I love the motion on that, Gav.
Thank you.
Give you an inch. I bet Tim's looking for that now in his library. Don't play it, Tim. Not today.
The film club getting on good.
Yeah. We've got a really, really special one coming out soon, or we'll be doing it soon. It was going to be, I think, in 2 weeks' time, but because of a work commitment, I've had to ask for that to be put back a little bit. Just because stuff, you know, there's just stuff going on, and I'm going to get and work on this hair separately. I'm going to just start blocking in things now so that we've got a tangible result towards the end. But yes, doing all right. We love doing those. They're just a tremendous amount of work You know, they really are a big effort to do, but it's worth it because, you know, it's good fun. People like it. So, you know, the chat are keen on it.
Yeah, I watched one of your live streams when you were doing the titles for the film club.
Oh, did you? The
You in After Effects?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we did last week. We were reimagining the Adobe Live titles. Oh man, I'm gonna get told off if I do it that color because I never wear pink. See, I do listen. Green's not going to work. I'm going to go blue. Hopefully happy with blue. Yeah, we were doing, you know, the Netflix or FX series that's available on Netflix, Archer. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were reimagining the Adobe Live titles as if done in the style of Archer. So that's what we were kind of doing last week. And yeah. It's good fun. You know, we're getting we were enjoying it. I haven't joined that up somewhere. I've got to keep an eye on the time as well now. Oh man, 10 minutes. Mom.
Yes.
Oh, 10 more minutes. Yeah, so all of that stuff. I'm just doing some fierce blocking in here very quick. Yeah, the next one is very, very involved. And our newest member of Film Club joins us for the next one. Yes. One of the other Adobe hosts, so there's a clue in there, is joining us, becoming a permanent member of Film Club, I think. So we've also, for the fans of the game shows, keep an eye out for news of the next game show, which will be along, because of course we have these game shows, Gavin, for the holiday times.
Right.
You know, we do that. And yeah.
Are you the host of that?
Actually, Tim is the host. I am one of the contestants. It's myself and Maddie Moss.
Right.
We are the contestants on the game shows. So
what sort of, is it like general knowledge or what?
There is a bit of general knowledge in there, has to be said. That's very, very true. There is some general knowledge in, and there's just lots and lots of drawing. There's sometimes drawing games, sometimes that sort of stuff goes on in there. It's good fun. We have a good laugh. And I think at the moment, and Tim would correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, but I think at the moment, Maddie and I are level on the current statistics for, you know, for winning, losing.
Right.
I think we're both level. Tim, whisper in my ear. Are we level, or can you not remember? Or am I winning? Yeah. Oh man, that will irk Maddie no end. She cannot. She is so competitive. Like, it's unreal. Hey ho. This isn't going to be the final color of this thing, by the way. I am just blocking stuff in, like I said, furiously to to get something on the board, as it were. Okay, so you can kind of see what's going on. And let's add another layer because there's another rocket ship going to go up the top here. Ta-da, like that. There we go. In that sort of region. Oh, that's terrible. Whoosh. Yeah, so it's good fun, Gav. If you get the chance to tune in and watch it, you'll enjoy it.
When are they scheduled? You mean the game shows, right?
The game shows, yeah. So they are normally around the holidays. So we have a Christmas game show. We have a summer game show, I think. We're having an Easter game show, I think. So it's sometime around sort of close to Easter. I think. I can't actually confirm that at this particular point. And I'm not going to put Sir Tim on the spot for it, but because he's really the man who does all of the work. He makes these incredible things. Oh, Halloween, we do a Halloween game show. How could I forget that? We totally do a Halloween game show. I need some space just here. Get me some space. I have a deep purple space. And I'm going to draw this with something with a hard edge. Just there. So this is the imagination of the spaces. So playing with this made up rocket ship. Oh, I want to change that. Playing with this made up rocket ship gives you, takes you to infinity and beyond, to quote somebody else's trademark property. Yay. There we go. I've got a little planet to go in there as well yet, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Mind you, I could get the selection active and or just reselect, just draw a new one. Something like that. There we go. Transform selection because I want it to be somewhere else. Just there. Good. Done. This ought to be on its own layer as well. So, and I'm going to make it maybe this color just for the minute. There we go. Something like that. Says Tony. All of a sudden. There we go. Something like that. Maybe. Yes, that's enough in the background. So that's good. Right. And I can crack on with drawing the other stuff. I think.
Go.
We have 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes. Just have a quick look at Gavin's, and man, that's exciting. I like it. Oh, I like it. I do love that motion.
Motion blur.
Yeah. It's good. Proper ignition stuff going on there. I miss the space shuttles. I wish that program hadn't finished. Have you ever seen one? Have you ever stood next to one?
I haven't. No.
I stood next to the. I can't remember. I think it was the Enterprise. I can't remember. But at Dulles, at the Smithsonian Aviation Space Museum near Dulles Airport, in Virginia. It's in Virginia, isn't it? Anyway, that way, sort of District of Columbia, Virginia, somewhere around that sort of area. Amazing, just huge, just massive thing.
You didn't get to look inside, did you?
I did not go inside it. No, you can walk around the outside. You can walk around the outside of it. I got lots of photographs of it. So I saw that, and I saw the Enola Gay aircraft there, B-52 Stratus Fortress or whatever it was. That's quite something. Considering what the role it played in changing the course of history, and not in a good way. Yeah, fantastic place to visit. I am in Washington at the beginning of May, and I've carved out some time to go back to the. I love the Smithsonian anyway.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to going back there.
Oh, is that work or pleasure?
I'm going to a conference there.
Right.
So I've got 2 conferences to go to. I've got Creative Pro Week at the beginning of May, and then the How conference at the end of May. So it should be really nice. There's a few bits going on, as you do. So we've just got a couple of minutes left. I am just having some fun, just adding some bits of color. I do like lots of random specks of color in here as well. So I'm going to just drop some unexpected in. I will then blend and try and go with those contours. Use some of that as well, I think. The cap I can ignore for the moment. I'm just going to draw around that bit there, so I know there's a cap there. I need loads more blue. Lords. In there. Such a good app. Let's whack some brown in around the bottom as well. And much darker version of the color that's already there. Nice. Again, mate, it's been fantastic spending the time with you, and hopefully back again real soon. Hope so. That'd be good.
Yep.
And yeah, and we can see what we're up to next time. Okay, peoples, that is about it for today. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see as far as I got, not as far as I'd liked, but it was great time having a good chat with everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it. And Jackie's saying, do you ever use the lasso and fill? Yes, I do. There's game shows scheduled for early May, or is it me scheduled for early May? Mad May with Maddie. Oh, right. Okay. So there we go. That's the thing there. So Oliver's saying, thanks, Tony and Gavin. Jackie's saying, thanks, guys. Sandrine saying, thanks, both. Angus saying, thank you both. Andreas, couldn't talk, Andreas, by the way, saying, thank you so much, Gavin and Tony Harmer. Great stream. Umacorn saying, thank you, Tony and Gavin and Tim. And there we go. That's it for us. Join us next week here on Adobe Live. But for now, from myself and Gavin, I'm back off to outer space. Gavin's back off to Birmingham. And we'll see you later. Take care. Bye now.
Yeah.